Hi, good morning friends. This video is for those who are in a plan to buy a new car, especially for those who are delving in the market, who are exploring in the market to try and find the best car, suitable car for their requirements in terms of many factors that includes but not limited to the cost, maintenance, brand and other n number of things. Because buying a car holds a sentimental value and emotional connectivity to our lives, it is very important to make a thorough check before buying a new car, which every one of us are doing, by the way. But somehow I give this input because I underwent this experience, especially when it comes to Nissan cars. I will just describe about what happened to my Nissan car and why you should not buy a Nissan car when you plan to buy a new car. The moment you come up with buying a new car, the names, the very few names first come into our mind is like Toyota, Nissan, Honda, Hyundai, Kia, Japan company names rather than German company names, which is for the high-end, high-tier society, we can say, because German cars are very expensive, and also it requires a lot of maintenance, very costly, but Japan cars, they are very cost effective, maintenance free most of the times, especially the first three names like Toyota, Nissan and Honda. These three are like a big giants in the market, although Kia, Hyundai, they are emerging also, they established their own part also. But Nissan, after exploring and checking, I bought Nissan car before 5 years in 2019 November, which is a 2020 model, by the way, Nissan X-Trail 2020. I never realized that this would cause such a kind of discrepancy and mechanical technical issue or glitch of this much complexity, and that would give rise to an enormous expense actually just after 5 years of purchasing. I will explain that part actually. See, Nissan, the moment you come, everyone will go for Nissan X-Trail. Yeah, basically, X-Trail is a fuel efficient. Yeah, and also maintenance free. But when it comes to Nissan car, actually, be aware, be alert that most of the Nissan cars, primarily Nissan X-Trail, Nissan Pathfinder, and Nissan Sentra, and also the other Nissan cars, they have this, especially the automatic cars, actually, the CVT. Continuous variable transmission, CVT gearbox issues, the transmission issues. Of course, during the first 5 years of warranty, these gearbox kind of important things get covered, but these Nissan guys made it in such a way that all these things, this transmission related important critical things that will cost you, incur you a mammoth amount of money actually, close to buying a new car. After 5 years of warranty, all these transmission issues emerge after 5 years of warranty, so that it will not get covered under warranty and you have to venture into it and invest such a huge money for this kind of stupid thing actually, by the way. Because see, anyone will buy a car for a long-term possession, right? Like 15 years, 20 years actually. Yeah, car is like a big possession actually. Yeah, that will, as I told you, that will hold sentimental value, and that will hold very near and dear to you in terms of even each and every small petty things, errand things, going and here transportation, getting your family inside. It holds a very near and dear value and sentimental value. The moment we realize after 5 years these transmission issues happen, and it will make you spending like big money, like I'm saying between between 20 and 26,000 dirhams, with which you can buy a very decent used car actually, right? And unfortunately this is the issue. Don't buy Nissan cars. My very simple don't go for Nissan cars if you want to have a long-term possession of a new car. If you want to keep the car for long term, like 15-20 years, if you want to have the car for 5 years, it is best, no problem. 5 years it will not give you, but unfortunately that is not the case for those who are buying new cars, right? 5 years it comes under warranty, because I maintained with a dealership agency. I never go to any garage outside. I replace the engine oil, filter, gear oil, brake pads, everything perfect. After 5 years, even after this CVT gear issues, the maintenance issue. There is a sound starting actually like a grinding noise when you accelerate. There is a sharp grinding noise starting from 40 kilometer onwards, and it will increase, and the sound goes to a peak noise when you drive in 120 130 speed. Then when you come back to a lower level of speed like 60 40, it comes a very big noise. Once this problem started, khalas, one way or the other, the CVT, the transmission, is gonna fail in a month or two. So we have to be prepared. Either I already did a lot of homework trying to find a person who can replace a used one, or who can service the CVT transmission. I could find one, fortunately. So basically, this transmission as such, when you go and buy from outside, it will cost, as I told, 25,000 dirhams. You can service it with a authorized and known person, trustworthy person, reliable person. It will cost around 4,000 to 5,000 dirhams, depending on the complexity of where the mechanical issue, the technical glitch happened. So in all the cases, to avoid all this mental agony, because you don't have to go through this mental agony for buying this big car after investing this much money. Go for Toyota, any Toyota product, any American car like Ford or anything. Especially Toyota, credit goes to Toyota, any brand cars, they will never go into this CVT gear transmission issues. Unfortunately, shame on Nissan. Nissan has to go and correct their manufacturing defect, or I don't know whether it's a planned gimmicking actually they are doing to loot money from their customers. I don't know whether knowingly or unknowingly this is happening. Shame on Nissan. So don't go for Nissan, guys. Literally, this will cost you a big amount of money after 5 years, and this will screw you all the one way or the other actually. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm telling this with a good intention, not with anger towards Nissan, but with a good intention for those who are trying to find a good car, because Nissan can be and must be in their bucket list. One of the Nissan cars, Nissan X-Trail, Nissan Pathfinder, Nissan Patrol, Nissan anything, there are so many variants. So watch out, don't go for Nissan. Thank you guys for watching. Have a fantastic day ahead.